Hello guys, this is JP Sarri. Welcome again to my channel. Today we're going to review the Marvel and Netflix Daredevil TV series. There will be some spoilers in this video, so beware. And now with all the formalities aside, let's just dive in. First, the intro of the show is fantastic and very fitting to Daredevil. It sets the dramatic and mature tone of the TV series with its classic look and design. The first 4 episodes of the show open the stage with a bang. The foundation is set for newcomers and seasoned followers of Daredevil alike. There are clear references and similarities to the book, so the show feels very organic and not forced from the start. Those that are not familiar with Daredevil and his history can rest assured that they will not feel lost throughout the show. The inclusion of flashbacks of various characters passed through the non-linear script allows for everyone to be up to speed with the story. Characters are well fleshed and the actors feel comfortable in their roles. Charlie Cox is definitely a great fit for Matt Murdock. A scene where he had to defend a criminal in court is one of the highlights of the show. His voice and demeanor are on point. Eldon Henson Franklin, that plays the part of Foggy Nelson, does a great personification of the character. He is good-hearted, loyal, and idealistic, but also a little clumsy and naive. He definitely brings comic relief into an otherwise serious and dark TV show. Karen Page, played by Deborah Ann Woll, is an enigmatic, strong-willed, and beautiful young woman who is an important part of the story from beginning to end. Claire Temple, played by Rosario Dawson, is the voice of reason for Murdock. Although they have feelings for each other, they constantly debate the morality and the implications of Matt's decisions. It is nice to see that women are not only utilized merely as eye candy, but they are a big part of the development of the story. Their characters are rich and full of layers. We can also see the grip of organized crime in Hell's Kitchen. Wilson Fisk, aided by his assistant James Wesley, have a tight control of the city through extortion, kidnapping, contraband, and human trafficking. Some gory scenes and dark themes throughout the show clearly reminds us of its mature rating. This is definitely not a show for the faint of heart and or for children. On the second part of the show, episodes 5 to 8, we can see the struggle unfolding between good and evil. We can see Fisk's control of power and manipulation to what it seems a shaky bond between criminal gangs. I want to point out that Vincent D'Onofrio is masterful in his portrayal of Wilson Fisk. He gives layers of emotional depth, motives, and reasonings behind that are refreshing to say the least. Some people might argue that he is too emotional on screen, but they seem to forget that Vincent is building the character and his state of mind from the ground up. We're not only seeing the birth of Daredevil, but the birth of the Kingpin as well. Without a doubt, D'Onofrio plays a menacing, imposing, and scary villain throughout the show. One of the highlights in the middle of the show is the introduction of Stick, played by Scott Glenn, who was the sensei of young Matt Murdock. Glenn plays the part to a teeth and opens the door for the possibility of expanded scenarios in future seasons. Comic book lovers and aficionados can rest assured of that. Later in the show, episodes 9 to 12, things slow down a bit to give room to character development. Dialogues between characters become more important. Questions of faith and duty, morality, and the motives behind actions becomes the focus of attention. I actually enjoyed the slower pace because it allowed for viewers to see and understand the key points of the story and the reasons behind every character. Some of the interactions are rich and profound. Throughout the show, there are a ton of Easter eggs. Comic geeks like myself can delight in them with great happiness. Although the TV series does not follow a timeline, it clearly takes a lot of inspiration from the Frank Miller stories and characterization of Daredevil. There are moments throughout the show that you get a feeling of deja vu, especially if you have read the classic Miller Daredevil series. Towards the end of the show, there are some turns of events that will leave you scratching your head not in disbelief, but in a sense of complete surprise. These events remind you that this is an adaptation and not a translation of the book. The door is wide open for many changes to occur at any given moment and without warning. The last episode is clearly the best of the show. It is a climatic ending to a well-executed TV series. Here everything comes full circle and you can get to see Daredevil versus the Kingpin in a battle royale. An action-packed and explosive ending to a fantastic first season. I highly recommend viewers to watch the whole series before attempting to watch the final chapter. No skipping allowed. It will be a more enjoyable experience if you follow the trail. I want to note that all supporting cast members were magnificent in their work. A special mention goes to Von de Curtis Hall, who played the reporter of the New Year Bulletin, Ben Urich, John Patrick Hayden, who played Jack Battling Murdock, the father of Matt Murdock, Toby Leonard Moore, who played Wilson Fisk's meticulous assistant James Wesley, Ayelet Zur, who played the seductive Vanessa Mariana, the love interest of Fisk, Bob Gunton Jr., who played the smart-mouthed villainous Leland Osley, and Wei Ching Ho, who played Madame Gao. 5 scenes were well choreographed and believable. The music score was fitting and not overly done. It helped to maintain an important sense of tension throughout the show. Visually, there was a great use of shadows and dark color patterns. This emphasizes the grittiness of the story and its noir feel. It really sits well with viewers like me. Daredevil and Kingpin are 2 different forces fighting for control, but they share so many similarities with one another. They are both the product of Hell's Kitchen. They both have strong father figures. They are both looking for motherly love and acceptance. They both have rage and anger issues. They both want the best for their city, even though they do not share the same vision and course of action. They are both struggling to define themselves amongst the chaos of their lives. But even though they are similar in many ways, they are totally different in their core values. This contrast makes their struggle fascinating and enticing to watch. The story is gripping from beginning to end. It feels more personal than any other show or film produced by Marvel Studios up to this day. It showcases the importance of great storytelling and good character build-up. It raises the bar high for actual and future shows, and opens the door to a world of infinite possibilities. It would be fantastic to not only see the same approach to upcoming series, but to a vast array of superhero stories. Marvel has proven through this groundbreaking collaboration with Netflix that this type of shows are here to stay. Marvel is not only navigating through the current state of the film industry, the company is investing largely and betting on the future. So far, that future looks brighter and more appealing every day. Final score, 9 out of 10. Well, I hope that you enjoyed this video review. Please don't forget to like the video, don't forget to leave your comments below, and to subscribe to my channel. You can also follow me on Facebook, you can follow me on Twitter, and you can follow me on Instagram. Once again, thank you for taking the time. I'll see you on the next review. Have a good day, good afternoon, or have a good evening. See you next time.